Nearly 39 million Americans have filed for unemployment benefits in the 9 weeks since the coronavirus began to ravage the U.S. economy. Yesterday, the Department of Labor announced that another 2.4 million people applied for unemployment benefits last week. Joining us now, member of the House Budget and Judiciary Committee, Senior Whip of the Democratic Caucus, Congresswoman Pramila Jayapal of Washington. She recently introduced the Paycheck Recovery Act, which aims to create federal grants for businesses to protect their workforce as more Americans apply for unemployment. And thanks so much for being on. I do know of businesses that are so worried about losing their employees to privately working or whatever they can do to survive. You have news on the bill you introduced. Can you share it with us?
Yes, thanks, Mika, and good morning. It's great to be here. We introduced the bill on Tuesday, and we already have 100 co-sponsors, over a dozen frontliners, and it's bipartisan. So this idea from Brian Fitzpatrick, a Republican in Pennsylvania, to Josh Hawley, Republican from Missouri in the Senate, this idea has real energy behind it because it is a jobs bill. It is about bringing certainty to businesses and workers, ensuring that paychecks are going to be in their pockets and that the economy can recover at the end of the day without businesses having to shutter. This is an idea that is popular in Europe. Germany, of course, had it in place after the last recession, but many countries have put it in place since COVID-19 hit. Not just in Europe, but also Singapore, Malaysia, South Korea. And the idea is that we have to get immediate relief to people, and we have to preserve that productive labor relationship between workers and their businesses. We are at almost 39 million people unemployed just in 9 weeks, and that number is continuing to go up. So this is a streamlined way to get relief to businesses and workers. And as Steve Schmidt said, we've seen the PPP and the failures of the PPP, even though there are some good ideas in there, which is to protect paychecks. We saw the airline industry, similar idea, money that went straight from Treasury, the federal government, to the business so that they could cover payroll, benefits, healthcare. Instead of 27 million Americans being kicked off of healthcare, this would preserve their healthcare, and it would allow businesses to have some certainty and stability so that the economy can begin to recover.
What aspects of the bill made it able for you to get bipartisan support?
Well, I think, like I said, I think people really do recognize the scale of the crisis, and they recognize that our current systems, I'm so proud of Democrats for expanding unemployment insurance. We need to do that. But as much as possible, we should try to keep people in their jobs. And Republicans really like that idea of keeping people in their jobs. And then, anybody you can't keep in, of course, the unemployment insurance system acts as a safety net. I think the other thing is that if we are going to recover, we need people to stay home and pay attention to public health guidance, as you all were just talking about. They're not going to stay home unless they have some economic certainty. And a paycheck allows them to do that. And it allows the businesses to continue to keep people home instead of making a choice to reopen too quickly, which, by the way, is just going to prolong our economic downturn. Republicans like that idea. And frontliners, these are our most vulnerable Democrats in swing districts. The reason they are so energized about this idea is because it's about jobs. It's about the economy. And that is the place where we need to make sure we're speaking out. So bipartisan support across the ideological caucus within the Democrats, and most importantly, a tested and true idea from that we've seen work in other places. We can do it as well, but we've got to do it quickly. Our bill does go back to March 1st, Mika, so that if you were laid off or furloughed after March 1st, that is an immediate way to shrink the unemployment rolls.
Congresswoman Pramila Jayapal, thank you so much for being on the show this morning. We look forward to more updates on this. And still ahead, new guidance on how the coronavirus spreads in terms of the things we touch. Former FDA Commissioner Dr. Scott Gottlieb joins the conversation. Plus, clinical trials ramp up for a promising vaccine from Oxford University. NBC's Keir Simmons joins us with those details. We're back in 1 minute.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.